Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I believe in dragons. And just once again, I just want to tell you something about the Dragon's Path because I believe there is solid information about it, and yet I don't need a book. Just I don't need to read something of it because it's all an experience that I had, and I want to experience this also once more. And in order to do so, for having these experiences again, I have to ask and I have to bend the rules of nature, which means that I have to use magic. What is magic? I don't know. But what is dragon magic? That is using the energy of the dragon. And in order to bend nature itself, to bend the rules actually, because those are the creatures and children and energy of the children of nature itself, which mean the dragon gods. Of course, they have something to say, and you as well, you have something to say. That is why you have this draconic energy, and that is why you have the authority to use dragon magic, all in order to find our dragons. And I want to tell you a story about this one actually. This piece of this figurine actually that you can see in front of you. This figurine, my brothers and sisters, don't be afraid of it when I say it's filled with my blood, filled with it, covered in it. It's all over it. um, it was so many years ago, in the beginning of my path, and I didn't felt my dragon like in the beginning. It was 1 year later, 14 years ago, and I didn't felt the dragon. Let's go before that. Let's go before that, because before that, how did I actually came to buy it? How did I didn't was on the dragon's path when I bought it. Well, actually, this piece that you can see here in the shape of the dragon was the reason for my awakening. And this is more than 15 years ago. When I was coincidentally somewhere in a shop that sells things like this, and there was one image that really stood out for me, and that was the image of the dragon. And I said, well, I really shouldn't buy that because no, I don't feel anything for it. No, in the beginning, I was fighting against myself, fighting against the dragon that is trying to get in. I wasn't allowing the dragon for the dragon to get in. I was just saying no, 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 no. There is no reason to. That dragons are not real. I was telling myself this. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I believe that it was some kind of a human pride that I had, that to not to believe in dragons or something like that. That a lot of people seem to love the dragon, and I just don't want to have a part of it because it seems so mainstream, and I didn't like mainstream back in the day, but it was so strong and so that I bought it. I bought it. So then everyone said, "Oh, you have a beautiful piece that you bought there." I said, I know. I'm going to give it a nice place in my bedroom. So, and the more that I looked at it, the more that the dragon actually had more power, more strength to open up the gates and the gate towards me. So, from a moment on my birthday 15 years ago, I could not stop it anymore. I could not hide it anymore. I was watching, I was seeing the image of the dragon, and I was so sold. I was giving in. I was giving in, and that is the first time actually that I've met my dragon. It was something that I cannot explain in words. These words, my brothers and sisters, would not fit to say how this encounter goes. It was too beautiful to say it in words. Words would not even describe what it was. The dragon was not really the image of the dragon that you can see in front of you, but it's an image of a dragon, a very beautiful image of a dragon, very well portrayed, very well displayed. And so I was actually, yeah, it was because of this one. And later on, to continue this story actually, when I felt that I didn't feel the dragon anymore, that that powerful like before. I wanted to have all the powers again. I mean, these feelings that I had when the dragon was close, it was getting away. People on the dragon's path often wonder why they less and less feel their dragon. Well, this is it actually. This is dragon magic. Magic that also the dragon uses to open up the gates. And sometimes these gates are closing. And this is the rule of nature, my brothers and sisters. You cannot help it. And the dragon cannot help it sometimes, even though they are very powerful in opening gates. But they really need your help in this. Sometimes the dragon gets to you on its own, but even then, they need a little bit of help of you. And this help for my dragon was this dragon image that I also a little bit gave that little bit of power and energy and allowed the dragon to come with me to open up the gates because I use dragon magic without even knowing it. They can read your mind and whatever your mind is saying. If I was looking at this image, I was saying to the dragon to come to me and so awaken me. And I didn't even realize it. That is how your draconic mind actually works. Awaken me, it said. So in this, the image that I saw when I didn't see felt my dragon anymore, this was on my altar. Of course, my altar is now filled with images, and all they have a story to say. They all have a story to tell. But in the middle of it, there was the one in the first. So it has a large energy, a very large energy for me at least. If you would be here and you would actually trying to feel the energy, then you might actually know it even through this video. Maybe you might even know the electricity when you come near it. So even sometimes I just when people are trying to come near it, I suggest to the people that you first ask permission to touch it because it's alive. It's alive. I've made it alive. 15 years ago it was not alive when I bought it, but later on this altar that I made, it became alive and it's surrounded by draconic energy, like it's alive. And like I said, lifeless objects coming to life with pure love that you feel, connection that you feel. And it became even worse when I did this ritual. I didn't read it from anywhere else, that I had myself a pinch of blood and just rubbed it on his head, or everywhere, here. The blood was everywhere. And I was saying the words, my body is for you, my soul is for you, my mind is for you. Do whatever you want with this. I'm giving myself to you. And that is a sacrifice of yourself if you want to do this. I lay down before my table here on the floor in front of this image. I wanted this image to have me. I didn't had my own mind, but the dragon is thinking for me. But the dragon didn't want that. The dragon, of course, didn't want it. But there was so much energy of wanting and desire that I opened up a gate, and this gate was just immediately here on my altar. And I didn't do this only once. I did it several times. Like I said, the image that you can see here, it's filled with my blood. You can say, ew, that's true. But you don't see it because eventually, if I do blood on it, it goes away. It goes away immediately, directly. So just to give a little bit of background to the image that I always film and I stay home and want to make a video. And you can do this as well, of course. You can give yourself to the dragon if you are really sure, but be sure of that. Because if you do a ritual like this, like a blood sacrifice for yourself, I mean to the dragon, then you have to be sincere. Don't do anything with empty words. If you do this, you have to work together with the dragon for this. And the dragon can read your mind. If you do this, if you force yourself, for example, for doing something like for something so big, something so this is a think about it. This is a very strong decision that you make to give yourself to the dragon. What do you know about the dragon? If you say to the people in church the dragon, then they will immediately say that it's the devil. It attaches themselves to you. Well, I didn't experience them as the devil, but more like an angel. And of course, what Christians actually don't know how angels really are monstrosities. But this is an angel of pure beauty, a beautiful, beautiful being with a very intelligent mind, very beautiful energy. You can, yeah. But yeah, just to say that not all dragons, not all angels are beautiful, but the dragon is so damn beautiful inside and out. And if you want to do a ritual like this, do it always sincere, very, very sincere. Just do not ever force yourself into this. Some people wonder, why doesn't it work? Maybe the problem lies with you, and you just need to have this pure desire and pure love for the dragon. If you don't have this, then you cannot help the dragon. It's your love and desire that creates dragon magic, and of course the power between you and them. So to open up the gates, you need this desire. And that is actually, yeah, what I did, what I give actually to this image of the dragon. And now it's a portal. Now it's the center of my dragon altar. That is actually, my brothers and sisters, a little bit of background of you, how you must do things. Giving yourself to the dragon. Of course, I do not ask you to give yourself to the dragon, but if you want this purely out of desire, then this will work. A little bit of blood, and they will exchange something with energy. They will give a little bit of energy to you, that it will awaken your draconic soul, your draconic spirit that you are born with. The draconic path is just, like I said so many times, it's not a choice. It's something that you feel from within, something very, very strong. And if you see an image of the dragon like this one, or other images of the dragon, and it does something to you, it gives energy to you, then I would say that you have to continue with this. Just follow your feelings and follow your mind. Follow every intuition that you have. You don't need books for this. You just need your own desire. And maybe it's a good idea to have this blood ritual. If you are not afraid of a little bit of pain, of course. I I was afraid of pain until I saw the dragon, and I just wanted to give all of the blood to the dragon. That even the dragon stopped me because I was giving far too much and I was bleeding out, and I had to hide this from the people and from the people that I love. They were saying that I was insane, I was going crazy, losing my mind, and they were right. I was giving my mind to the dragon, but what actually came back in a different kind of form, because the person back then, I'm not the same person. I'm totally different. And that is also what the dragon's path is doing to us. It makes us someone different. It say goodbye to the old and hello to the new. Do not be afraid of change, and do not be afraid of what rituals or magic can do, or what your own love and desire can do to the dragon. But like I said, it has to be sincere. If it's forced, or if it's fake, then it will do nothing. Even more, it will actually sometimes upset the dragon. That you have to force yourself. Um, that you have to fake yourself. That your words are mindless. That they don't have anything that they want to say. Your dragon is reading you. While you are talking, they read your mind, and they hope that it will be words with energy that they will have, that they will receive, that you can work together to open up the gates. And these gates need both of you. Like I said, they need a hand from this side, from the three dragons, the dragon god, the dragon guardian, and yourself. And if you are all three connected, then normally if this is pure out of desire of all three of you, all three different dimensions, then your dragon eye will awake and your dragon soul will also be more stronger. Like I said, never force yourself. Just, and if you see a beautiful dragon image, don't let images of your dragon altar be just because it's a dragon. I don't like dragon images with swords, with fire, or with anything else that has to do with violence, because I love my dragon just how they are, beautiful and pure, and not with violence, not with sharp things, not with skulls. That is a rule on my dragon altar that I want to say. Um, the rule to my dragon altar is also that if I buy or get something from a dragon, then it has a story to tell. It has something to say. So whatever is surrounding the beginning of my path, the image that all started it for me, then it has to be surrounded by images of the dragon, or maybe just pieces of nature that also has something to say about my dragon path that I'm having. This, I'm walking on a path, and everything that I collect here is a piece of my path, a piece of where it all began and where it all continued. It's not empty. It's surrounded by pure energy, a portal to the dragon realms. My brothers and sisters,